If you're running a business, you've probably been told that you need complicated funnels, expensive ads, or hard selling tactics to get clients for your business. But what if I told you that Alex Hormozi is making millions of dollars into his business all from YouTube without selling anything? Sounds kind of crazy, right? But there is a strategy behind it, a method that makes people buy from him without ever feeling like they're being sold to. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact strategy that makes this work, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to implement it into your business within the next 24 hours. So we'll be talking about why long-form funnels are nurturing customers better than sales funnels, exactly how Hormozi structures his videos for authority and credibility, the step-by-step system he uses so that you could implement it right into your business, and a few frameworks that will elevate your content and start bringing leads into your business without having to hard sell anybody. So if you're tired of chasing leads, this strategy changes everything. And I've personally implemented it into my businesses, and it's my only client acquisition system. This is the exact strategy that took me from chasing people down with cold outreach to now getting warm inbound leads into my business daily and truly changing my life. So let's get started. What if I told you that the more you give away for free, the more money you make? Sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it's exactly what Hormozi does, and it's a principle that works every time, and this is also known as the law of reciprocity. Think about the last time you bought something expensive. Was it from a random ad that popped up, or was it from somebody that took the time to teach you something valuable first? The truth is, most people don't buy when they feel pressured. They buy because they trust the person selling to them. And when you give value up front, you build that trust. And another point is, when people are making expensive purchases, a lot of time they're doing research, not scrolling through short form content. And where YouTube comes in is it's the second largest search engine in the world. So people are getting on YouTube, searching things out, or even Google, because YouTube is owned by Google, so you could rank on both of these platforms for your videos. And they're searching out things that your business could solve for them. And once they stumble upon your video and you teach them what they need to know about the service, they are instantly indebted to you. And they found you naturally. So it's not like an interruption sale. It's not like a cold outreach or a paid ad, but it's them discovering you and thinking, wow, this person helped me so much. It's the exact thing I've done in my real estate business. When people are moving to my city, they're able to find me talking about which neighborhood to move to before they even thought about using a real estate agent. And from that point, they already decided they're working with me because of all of the value I provided, and that's when they reach out. So this part of Hormozi's strategy is simple, but it's powerful. Give away so much value that people have to buy from you. When you help solve a problem without asking for anything in return, they naturally want to invest in you. So here's the framework for this. Step 1 is identify your prospect's biggest problems. Step 2, create a video where you're solving that problem better than anyone else. In step 3, add a call to action in there, not a super salesy one, but just let them know what the next step to get your product or service is in a nonchalant way. And you see Hormozi do this especially well. And I did attend his workshop in Vegas, and a big thing they taught us is anytime you put an ask in your content, it lowers that value and it lowers that trust level from you and your audience. And in fact, his director of content, Caleb, said if he had it his way, he would not put any calls to action in his videos because his focus would be to build a brand. But you see Hormozi do it in a way where he provides a ton of value. He inputs a small call to action about halfway through his video, maybe a little before that, and then also one at the end. And he does it in a very nonchalant way, as you could see here.
And so I recommend that you start, because the coolest part of this whole thing is that you can start absolutely free. And so if that sounds at all interesting, I take a call every single Monday. You can go there, school.com/games. I'm sure there's some link somewhere. Just let me know that you're new. I hop on, I answer questions. We walk through.
So by giving them value already, you've created a sense of anticipation and trust. You've shown them that you understand their pain and they want what you have to offer. not because you've sold them, but because they see you as the answer to their need. So instead of directly saying, buy my program, say, here's exactly what I did to fix this problem. And if you want to learn how to do it too, I do have a program you could purchase, which I'll link in the description below for you. Do you see the difference there? When you teach them how to solve a problem, they just feel more connected to you, and they'll naturally want what you have to offer. So the next point, most entrepreneurs chase customers, but Hormozi makes his customers chase him. He's mastered the art of creating demand without having to ask for it. Imagine walking into a store, and we all know those pushy salesmen. Imagine that instead of a pushy salesman, you have somebody that offers you a free sample of something. You're blown away by the quality, so you're already asking how to buy the full product. This is exactly how Hormozi approaches YouTube. Instead of asking for attention, he earns it by providing so much value first. It's a magnet-like strategy. People are naturally drawn to him because he offers something that they can't resist. And that's why he's built such a huge brand and following. Mozi Nation all the way, but he's really blown up in the past few years. And it's because of these two reasons, but mainly because of the next ones we're going to speak of. Now, Hormozi really never has to say, buy my course. So when you teach well enough, you'll never have to hard sell your audience. Your audience will already want to invest in what you're offering because number one, they see you as the authority. Number two, you've given them something, law of reciprocity. Number three, you've already helped them solve problems before they even talk to you. And number four, you're found online on the platforms where they're actively looking for this information. So here's the framework you could take from this. Step one is educate, don't sell. Rather than pushing your product, share knowledge that solves their problems first. The more you teach, the more they're going to trust you and like you. Step two, share relatable stories. Your own success, your own failures, or other success from using your product. Hormozi does this really well. He's a fantastic storyteller, and what he does is really share deep pain he's overcome in his entrepreneurial journey. His ideal clients are entrepreneurs, and he'll show his biggest successes and kind of the bridge that took him there. And this allows him to relate to his audience, allow the audience to feel a connection with him like they know him. When you know someone's story, you almost feel like you know them. You feel like you have the background on them, and that's why stories are super important, especially in content. A lot of times I'm a huge analytics person when it comes to YouTube. As I'm a YouTube nerd, I'm obsessed with it. So whenever you're taking a look at your retention graph, whenever a story is inputted in there, it literally just starts to go straight. You have no drop off because we are all wired for stories. Humans need to know what happens at the end, and it allows us to connect with other people in a very magnetic way. So Hormozi, expert storyteller. That was step two. Now on to step three. You want to subtly position yourself as the best person to help them with their problems. And this is by sharing your stories and offering your solution without the hard pitch. Remember, we're being nonchalant here and letting them know what we have to offer if they want more. So instead of saying, sign up for my service, say, when I made this small shift in my business, it exploded. Here's exactly how you could do the same. This positions you as the expert naturally, and it gets people intrigued. So this is why long form content nurtures people better than funnels, and why have we seen the funnel expert himself, Russell Brunson, now say he's switching into the YouTube game, organic long form, and really trying to figure it out because he's seen a shift in the marketplace, and he's seen that YouTube is the most powerful platform for business owners to this day. So you want to think of funnels kind of like speed dating. It's fast, it's surface level, and it's usually a hit or a miss. But long form YouTube is like a deep, meaningful conversation that makes someone want to stick around and want more. It's kind of like your favorite Netflix series. They don't ask you to keep watching, they just tell an incredible story. And as the episode unfolds, you become hooked. You trust the content and the creators. And before you know it, you've invested hours into watching it, and it's nighttime, you didn't get what you wanted to get done because they hooked you in so deep that you couldn't stop watching. So when someone spends over 20 minutes watching your content, they're not just passively consuming, they're connecting with you. And by that point, you've built rapport rapport, you've shared your knowledge, and you've established trust. It's deeper than a quick sales funnel that offers a simple solution. So here's the framework for this. Step 1, you want to make videos that keep people engaged over 10 minutes. YouTube is a game of average view durations. This is why I make long videos. This is why Hormozi and a lot of top entrepreneurs make long videos for the platform, because they understand the longer you keep people on YouTube, the more YouTube will want to recommend your content out. Why? Because they make money from people being on the platform for a long time because they could feed them ads. So the longer the content, the more YouTube wants to push it out to the audience that it's the right fit for. And it's a huge mistake I see 90% of business owners making, is they make 5 to 10 minute videos. They're shorter, they have no call to action, they have shorts mixed in with their channel, and it's just a recipe for YouTube never recommending your content, therefore never really getting a lot of leads from your channel. And all that effort is wasted time, because your videos will stay at the 20 views that they're at if you're not making long videos. Step 2, you want to provide in-depth value. There's so many business owners that don't want to give away their top tips and tricks because they're coaches and this is what they coach people on when they pay for a call. But what I say and what the best practice is to give it all away. Likely people aren't going to watch every single video you give. You're going to make your brand way more memorable if you could give them so much value where they watch for 5 minutes and they're like, oh my goodness, this was so helpful. Subscribe. Next time they see your face, click it. That last video was so valuable. And I have a problem. I'm looking for additional help. I want one-on-one support. That's the person I go to. So give away your most valuable content for free. It's the only way to compete in this big space and make yourself memorable. And study what type of insights are already in your niche. Are people giving away surface level information? Are they giving away expert insights? Are they giving away actionable information? Find the gap, see where you could truly stand out and provide value. In step 3, in your videos, you want to focus on storytelling. Like I said, we are wired for storytelling and we remember stories better than facts or statements. So just like a good TV show, your content should have arcs, emotional elements, and storytelling elements that are truly going to draw your audience in and allow them to relate and connect with you. Instead of just saying, here's 3 tips for this, tell a story about how you discovered those tips the hard way, how they impacted your journey, and how the viewer can apply them in their own life. The emotional depth will make your content memorable. And pro tip, whenever you're doing the 3-step, don't give the step away at the very beginning. Instead, you want to rehook them right when you're about to go into the step. You want to go into that story that's relevant to it. Give an analogy, give the point, give a framework. And this is exactly what Hormozi does in his content. And that's why he has such a high average view duration. And YouTube wants to put his face and his big bicep everywhere because he just gets it. And once we made that simple shift in clients' content that we work with, we have seen their views increase, their charts literally look like this, into boom, a rocket ship up, because YouTube is also a game of engagement and how long they're going to stay on your videos. Once you start making them more intriguing, once you know what to make content on, and once you're targeting the right keywords, the right audience, and you have the right structure and script, you will start getting so many leads that you can't even fulfill on them. So if you're looking for a way to get more warm, ready to buy leads into your business without having to cold outreach or without having to run paid ads or deal with complicated funnels or hard sell anybody, you need a YouTube channel, and this is exactly what we help people with. So if you want to learn more about our done for you solutions where we will take everything off of your hands besides the actual shooting, then click the first link in the description below. We've helped numerous people scale and start their YouTube channels for their business and bring in leads every single day, and we do it ourselves. We practice what we preach. So click that link and we'll see you on that call. Now, how to structure your videos in the exact exact steps to implement this into your business. So have you ever wondered how you could watch some YouTubers and they instantly feel like experts? It's not just what they say, but it's how they say it. When Hormozi speaks, he doesn't just share his ideas, he exudes authority. And it's not by accident. He's crafted a style that conveys confidence and expertise. He structures his videos specifically to position himself as the authority in his field. And building authority is all about presentation. It's about speaking with confidence, breaking down complex ideas into digestible parts, and showing up as someone who believes what they're saying. And you just can't fake it. And before I get into the actionable framework, something I've noticed about Hormozi is that he is extreme when it comes to this. He will scream at the camera. He will make you feel like you're an idiot by going like, all the time. He positions his body strategically to lean in when he's saying something that's almost a secret. And you look at his body and he exudes confidence just from who he is. He's an older male, hairy biceps, cut out tees, and he looks pretty intimidating. He also is a wealthy business owner, has a nice wife, so he really is appealing to what men are hoping to be, and that's why he really reaches the male audience a lot, is because he's literally like their archetype or someone that they look up to and respect. And really, his whole package, plus him screaming things at you and making you feel dumb, who's arguing with what he's saying? Because whenever you're so convicted on something, you will scream it in the air. And that's something he's mastered extremely well. He's, I will definitely say, a master of persuasion. He does so many different techniques, so many reframing, sleight of mouth, chunking up, chunking down. I mean, he's definitely studied NLP and persuasion. And when you put all of that together, it just makes sense why so many people are drawn to him, see him as the authority, and want what he has to sell. You can't fake what he is or the work he's put in, unless he's just really good at faking and unless he's on steroids. I guess we'll never know. Just kidding. So, actionable framework you could take away from this. Number one, open strong and say something bold. You want to grab attention right off of the bat, and you have to have a hook in there. Different hooks I like to use is either a shocking statement, rhetorical question, or a story hook, which if you work with us, you will see how complex our scripts are when it comes to hooks, intros, call to actions, analogies, rehooks, stories. We literally will craft you the best content for your niche to start getting leads. Number two, again, use stories to reinforce your points. Don't just tell them the step, give a story behind it and how it's worked for you personally. Stories can make complex ideas very relatable for us, helping people connect with your message and get the best takeaway possible. Step three is wrap up with clear and actionable takeaways, such as this framework. You want to end with something they could implement from that point right away. That way they're truly getting value. They're not just learning, but they have something that they could apply into their business instantly. So instead of saying, here's my opinion on this, Hormozi will start with a bold claim. Here's what the 1% of successful entrepreneurs do that the 99% don't. And that's why they'll never get what they want out of their lives. He'll really go deep into desires, pain points, and he doesn't hold back. And that's what sets him up as an authority from the get-go. Now that you understand why this all is crucial, let's dive into the how so that you could implement this trust-building, long-form content strategy right away, because all the entrepreneurs are switching over to YouTube, and they're doing it because they realize that it increases their lifetime value, it speeds up the sales cycles, they're getting higher quality leads, they're building more trust, more authority, and it can nurture people from your meta ads, it can nurture people from your short form content to funnel them into your long form to actually spend one-on-one time with you. Yeah, short form might be a ticket into the door to get your name recognized, but once they come into your long form is when they truly will buy from you, because they've spent the necessary amount of time to turn a stranger into a buyer. They feel like they know you, they know what you're about, they've seen you and spent one-on-one time with you. And where else could you spend hours with someone without being on the phone or without doing Zoom calls? YouTube is the place that's nurturing your clients, and really it's the place that's growing your business. So here's your step-by-step framework to build trust with your audience through YouTube. Step one, you want to, of course, find your niche. Once you have your niche in your business, you want to make a list of topics that your audience truly cares about. You want to make a list of their top desires and their top pain points, and you interweave this into your content and start with something relatable that's going to hit on either of these points. Step two, you're going to create value-packed videos on the topics that they care about. Don't waste their time with vague advice. Don't think, oh, I'll just tap the water on this subject. Oh, no, go as deep as you can. Research it further if you have to. Go literally as valuable as you can, because you won't stand out and you won't start to gain momentum until you have proved yourself to YouTube and to your core audience. Get straight to the point, deliver real actionable value. Remember, no hard selling, but nonchalant call to actions. Step three, use storytelling, make it relatable, make it seem tangible like they could do it too. Add in belief breaks on any beliefs that they have that are limiting their success. You want to break those with epiphany stories. Keep them interested by adding edits, B-roll, hooks, structuring your videos properly, having good pacing where one section's not super long and the other super short. Make sure the video flows well and that you're breaking it down into either steps, lists, tips, examples, stories, and ways that you could structure your video in a way that will keep people engaged. And then, of course, you want to add soft call to actions. I like to add them a third way through and in the end. And next step is going to be the packaging of your content. Look at Hormozi's channel. He has mastered this. His thumbnails are fantastic. They're bright, they're engaging, they're simple when it comes to how many characters he uses. The main character of his thumbnail is always him, and he has so many different scroll stoppers, such as money, large numbers, Stripe accounts, tweets. Those are things in thumbnails that give us familiarity, and we want to stop because we are familiar with that item. He uses emotion in his face, whether he's angry or super happy and excited, almost like the Mr. Beast style. He has mastered the thumbnail game and the titles. You want your titles and thumbnails to work together as a team. You never want to repeat the same words in your title into your thumbnail, but you want to do a small 2 to 5 sentence phrase that's going to truly intrigue that viewer. Number one thing you could do here is curiosity. And he does new concepts. He's not copying anybody, but he's making it his own, and he's keeping keywords in his content, but making the title super attention grabbing. He has his call to actions and links in his bio. Everything is set up for him to succeed, and you could literally take his framework, apply it to your business, and see your brand increase, your sales increase, your leads increase, the quality of your days increase because of the impact that this will have on your business, and the less chasing people you have to do, but the more picking up the phone to people who treat you like a celebrity is what could happen to you. It's happened to me personally in my business. People literally are so excited to work with you because they know what you're about. They already trust you. They've made that decision, and now they just want to get on the phone with you and get started. And the next step is actually building your YouTube strategy. That's what we cover on this channel, but more importantly, it's what we do every single day for business owners, is come up with a complete YouTube strategy, everything from ideation, scripting, thumbnails, titles, uploads, channel management. We do it all every single day and help business owners generate high quality leads into their business without having to run ads, without having to cold outreach. And if you do those things, this is going to throw a fire and amplify your entire business, I promise you. So if you want to implement YouTube into your business, click the first link in the description to book a call with us. And the other choice you can make is stay in the position that you're at now. Allow your competitors to take over your niche in YouTube, and never build long-form connections, authority, or trust truly with your audience. You're going to leave your brand behind, but if that's what you want to do, that's your choice. So if you want more information on how to use YouTube for your business, subscribe to this channel or watch this video right here, and we'll see you there.